Hello and welcome back. I thought today we'd do Train Sim World 6. We'll do the Voyager today, but I've got another little surprise that I've not really tried. This is going to be actually the first time I've tried it. Um, it's called a TSW route annotation. Basically, what it's doing, it's changing the weather. So the weather isn't like in Train Sim, the dynamic weather. This is actually real live weather. We'll have a proper look at that now. So this is it. Make that a lot bigger. But basically, you've got these routes here. So you've got the weather. So you've got live weather. You can update that now. It will come to life as we start up. That will all come into play. You do need an API key, which through Steam is automatic, which is good. I think if you're doing it through Microsoft, it might be a bit different. I deal with Steam, so I followed that process. So you've got live weather, you've got manual weather, you can decide what you want to do. You've got historic weather, which you can go and choose a date, I do believe. Yeah, game year, so you can change that. So I'm going to try actually go back to live weather. It also gives you annotations on, as it is an annotation, on your screen to show you station. It can show you other stuff. So I was messing around with it earlier and I sort of messed it up a little bit. So I want to see if it's going to work. So if you was to go, say, like you do setup, so you put your key in here, and it uses subscription ID, blah 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 blah, and then you've got all your Celsius. You could change all your temperature units if you want in Fahrenheit or whatever. Visibility in meters, and then you got down here max snowing, snow and all this. So you've got snow mapping. We've got enable weather smoothing, which I've obviously got enabled. Download data every 3 minutes. So update smooth every 5 seconds. There's more to it. There was somewhere. Oh yeah, down here overlay. So this is the information you can put on your overlay. So I've got weather code, temperature, and visibility. I wanted to see if this works because it wasn't working earlier. So we'll try that in a minute, and it will. It's receiving a menu, and once you start, it should start. So we'll see that as it comes. So this is Train Sim World 6, of course. London commuter, I tried that, that's what I tried it on. So I wanted to see if it worked on a few. But we're going to go to, now I always have trouble finding these when I'm looking for them. That's why I always set them up, Riviera. And today what we want to try is, we're going to do the Voyager. It's going to have to be an hour run. Let's do that one there, 7:25 looks like a good time. I'll leave the weather as it is. Press get started. We'll go to a driver. That'll be loading in. That takes a few minutes. They've done a recent patch or upload, and to be quite honest, it's been a bit of a pain, to be quite honest. Just everything seems to be loading in a little bit longer, and I think they're going to have to sort that out. At one stage, it didn't seem like it was loading at all at one stage. But obviously, with this as a quick reminder, you've got now train announcements on the train and all that, so that's all in there. I don't have to use stuff to do it. So another little neat trick, sort of like a neat little toy. So here we go. We're going to make a start, but it should. At the moment, it's telling me nothing. Right, I want to pop that up, so I want to see if I need to. Right, update. What I got? There we go. So if I hide that, right, that's just come on now. So right, okay. That's the only thing I see on there is this. So let's see the other bits that I was expecting. So this is the Voyager. So this is new to Train Sim World. This train. You'll have to forgive me if I'm not really au fait with how it starts. But we'll figure it out. Hopefully this is going to work. Yep. Get the doors open. We haven't got long. So it'll tell you you're in Plymouth. So it's handy for this, but the weather won't be like it is with the standard. I need to check something else. That's working. The weather won't be the same. So with the annotations, you can see it's telling you everything you need to tell here. All this is on here. It will give you all places of interest, so you can minimise that out of the way. What you should be able to do once that does it is if you flip it back up, so you can either move it away, minimise it. We'll see how we get on. Do it over time. We'll get the doors shut. Or if I open those ones, yeah. Okay. Okay. We probably haven't got much set up in here, actually.
The next station is Totnes. This is a cross-country service to Edinburgh Waverley.
It's completely different. Train to what we're used to. Might find out where everything is while we're moving. We got 20 miles to go. We've got that sorted. Test on. Cab light. It's quite dark today. So this is live weather. This is actual weather as it is there right now. So it's really overcast. As per usual, speeding. Make sure we're not speeding now. And then we can go up to 55. And you just see that really kick in there as it moved. Interesting to see how the weather reacts. And we should get some information down here when we get to somewhere of notable places. Going to be speeding. I'm not that used to the track yet. Not really been dealing with this much. I've been more messing around with Microsoft Flight Simulator, purely because of obviously getting the A340. A phenomenal plane. I wanted to try out the Voyager, but also wanted to try out this weather system, annotation system. So Need to find out how I get all that other stuff back on. I seem to have taken off. There's a whole top was filled with it, but I didn't want it all. It's a nice train, I have to give it that. Quite responsive. I hadn't realised I'd not done this video either. I was going to do a few more of these. But yeah, the weather is definitely different. When it says it's cloudy, overcast, it stays overcast rather than all this weird stuff that the sim normally does. But it's supposed to be like not like how it would be with a sim where it all of a sudden clears up. It stays the same and it works to how it works in real life. So, well, that is the idea of it anyway. It's overcast. It is 8 o'clock in the morning, so it's going to be a little bit dark. But I already see the difference in the weather itself, which is really good. And this train does seem to move a little bit quicker than usual. It responds fast anyway. So let's see if this weather annotation thing is as good as they say it is. See if we get anything come up on the screen when we go past any of interest. There you go, Torybrook. It does tell you where you're going through. I've just come off of a 4-hour flight, so that's why I thought I'd get this done. But went had a break and then thought I'll get this done. Train itself is nicely modelled. It's quite fresh. I haven't got God mode, so I can't flip back a bit like you can with God mode. So if I use that and just make sure I've got everything turned on. I think I have. So if it's raining anywhere along here, it will rain. If it's sunny, it'll be sunny. Looks like it's mainly overcast. Still does that when you do the horn, it pushes you forward. So a neat little tool made by someone. It's free as well, which is nice. Always good. Well, this is going to be something you have to buy, but it's free. Quite good. I'm happy with it. So far, so good. I still have a few trains to try down on this track, and I've got an American Morristown one to do. Try out a few of those trains, see how they work. Not so au fait of American trains. And the weather updates every 3 minutes, I think it is, so... Dovetail, they make these new trains in Worlds, but they never get rid of this horrible glitchy baking thing. They never get rid of it. Never totally gone. Be nice to be smooth. I've got everything else smooth. All the other games are all smooth. We've seen Stony, but I haven't seen anything else. Torybrook, I haven't seen anything else come up yet. Be interesting to see when we get close to somewhere if it does it again. You can see the clouds there. It's sort of getting sun sort of coming out a little bit. Very nice train. You're going to have to say that. I'm not sure. When we come to slow down, it's going to be interesting. Let's see what this is like. Oh, now we're going to come across a speed restriction. Get the power off at this stage. Now I ain't got so far to brake when we get there. Sun's starting to break through. Clouds are breaking a bit. Yeah, it's working pretty well. That's nicer when it comes out like that, rather than just being instant. I did time it wrong, but never mind. So we'll go through the speed restriction area. Obviously you've got to follow the yellow boards on this one. Now we can go back to 60. We have overcast now. It's sort of like the clouds are breaking as we're going along, which is nice. That's a lot better than just that instant stuff that you normally get. Ivy Bridge, so it's telling us what stations we're going through, which is handy. and it will turn off eventually. There we go, it fades out. So this is nothing I'm doing through editing, this is purely what the annotations are doing. Now I do need to find if I can put all the annotations on. It's got like a points of interest and stuff like that. It's behaving pretty much okay. Actually, not a bad train to be driving, to be honest. Oh, nice. And now the coming out nice and blue now. That annotation is working really well. It's a little bit smoother than the normal one, so I like that. It's quite nice. As we're closing in, windows open. Right. There are no windows open, so it must be all air conditioned. Speeding a little bit. So we're going to get done for speeding. That's one thing for sure. Yeah, I quite like the change of the weather. It's quite a nice change. It was quite subtle. They have brought out a new route, which is a Birmingham crew route, which I haven't bought yet. Had a few issues. A lot of people have been complaining about it. It got off to a nightmare launch. A lot of things weren't working for a lot of people, so thought, well, I'll leave that a little while. It was expensive for a route that's not polished. I mean, there's not a lot to say about the game. The game is the game. It's always been this way. It's pretty much as it's always been. That's with the added extras. It's nice to have the announcements in there. You get the announcements on the stations as well as inside the train, which is nice. We're closing in. Not being that glitchy. I have got it set on a really high performance. Seems to be coping. Getting around about 115 FPS. So we know it's not anything to do with the CPU. That seems to be doing all right. Obviously GPU bound, 75%. It should be more than enough to cope with it. Here's a 50 series. But I'm happy it's working as good as it can do. Get rid of those errors as they come along. It's nice you can do historic weather. That's quite a nice feature. Wish that had come off then. Not very good with your D-pad. It's not very sensitive. Let's press that 4 times to get that to do what I want it to do. We are closing in on Totnes. Yeah, it's sort of like that the train coast, and it certainly picks up speeds. It's got some weight, this train. Two and a half miles to go. We'll get right down to 25 very quickly at 2.4 miles. That's right on the station by the looks of it. That's not going to be coming up to yellow, yeah. Quite a steep turn here. I've taken the brake off, so it'll catch up really quickly to 60. Question is when to slow down. Probably 1.1 miles.
We are now approaching Totnes.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
So we're in there before we need to be, so let's make sure we there we go. So Totnes has come up at the bottom. All right.
This is Totnes. This is a cross-country service to Edinburgh Waverley. The next station is Newton Abbot.
So Newton Abbot is our next stop. Hems, going for it obviously. Wasn't paying attention there. Every train station you go through, it'll tell you which train station it is. So that's pretty much pretty good. Not cloudy again. Yeah, it's got good weather to it. The clouds look good. We are running slightly behind time, I noticed. But we did start off a little bit behind time. You got the message down here, you got it up in your thing, but also you get it on your screen as well. I'm going to see if I can actually get that. I don't have time, but let's see if I can actually get that onto. Oh, looks like. Oh no, because I've probably hit penalty break basically. Okay, leave that to do its thing then. Yeah, so we'll do a penalty break, but that gives me a chance to have a look, see if I can get these other bits on. I wanted to try it, so overlay weather. Not there, so is it in there yet? One of these. Where was it? I can't find it now. It's definitely here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Let's see if I can set it all on. And you just apply. Update. Does that do anything? No, I seem to have broken it. We're going to be really late now, but I guess I've got to do that now. Have to have it on full whack. 4.2 miles, so let's leave it on that for a minute. Go back to this, update that. Is it going to do anything? Doesn't seem to want to do anything. Overlay. Damn thing there keeps moving it right. Let's just whack that up. Trying to play with it to see if I can get everything to come on the screen, but clearly can't. Should come on. Yes, not having it. We should be coming to Dainton Tunnel. I wonder if it's going to tell us it's Dainton Tunnel. Yeah, Dainton Tunnel. I have to reinstall it and try that way. I shall play with it and then see if I can get it to work. But so far the voyager's been really good actually. I've really enjoyed this train. Slap a brake on for a minute. So we come up to Alla Junction. Would be close by. At least it's holding the weather, it's just not doing its random things it does, which is good. We've got 808 meters to this Alla Junction. And it should come up and tell us. Maybe 645 meters. $470 meters. Handy for this. And should be just around this corner. We should get an annotation come up. There we go, Alla Junction. And then we've got Newton Abbot should be next. And we're going to be well behind time. We're 2 minutes behind already. Purely because I messed up. Not really bothered about time at the minute.
We are now approaching Newton Abbot.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
And you can stop this train quite nicely by, the way it's working. Quite good.
This is Newton Abbot. This is a cross-country service to Edinburgh Waverley. The next station is Exeter St David's.
Bristol Parkway, Cheltenham Square, Worcestershire Parkway, Birmingham New Street, Milton-on-Trent, Dublin, Chesterfield, Sheffield, Wakefield Westgate, Leeds, York, Darlington, Durham, Newcastle Central, Auburn, Berwick-upon-Tweed, and Edinburgh Waverley.
They put passenger sounds in as well, which is quite nice. Oh, we've got a 40-mile stretch now. We've got Hackney Yard coming up. Yeah, bang on. Hackney Yard. Oh, I was speeding. Didn't bother looking. Way too quick. Oh, well, we've got plenty of points. Might as well rack them up for speeding. And we need to catch up on time anyway. And we got to test this, got to get it to push itself a little bit more. I'm trying to struggle for a word there. Still struggling. All right, let's give it a good push. See what she does. So Tain should be the next place we should come to. Let's have a look outside again. A bit dark around here. You have to speed quite quick. would let me back off the pedal. There should be Tinmouth next coming up. We're going to come down to 60. Let's see how quick she can get down. Yep, we can do it before we get there. Yeah, being a very careful driver here, I think. Often speeding. IMF. Let's see out there. So we should have Exeter, I guess, next. Smuggler's Cove. Arson Tunnel. That's all. Tells you everything that you need to know. It's quite good. I like that. Another tunnel coming up. Clerk Tunnel. Clerk Tunnel, Clerk Tunnel, Clerk Tunnel. Clerk Tunnel. Then we've got Philpot Tunnel, the next one. Yeah, Philpot. Croydon, Colin, Corner Town. That's quite good, it does that. We've got next then. Kennaway. After Corton Cove. They even caught me out. And birds for a change. That's good. I've got seagulls around. Dawlish. I'll go up to the old fairgrounds. Dawlish Warren. Few trains about. That's what I was going to check. Yeah, so on our last stop, which is 9.6 miles away. Starcross next. Yeah, I knew we were going to speed in now. Missed it, I was looking elsewhere. It's a very murky day. The glitching has been down to a low ebb, so it must be a port by the looks of it. Up to 90 mile an hour. Creeping to 100. Oh, we've managed to hit 100. We'll come to a 75 mile an hour bit soon. And I knew it was coming, but still going to be messing this one up. Not out by much.
We are now approaching Exeter St. David's.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
There we go, into Exeter St. David's.
This is Exeter St. David's. This is a cross-country service to Edinburgh Waverley. The next station is Tiverton Parkway.
Turn to Bristol Bristol Parkway, Cheltenham Spa, Worcestershire Parkway, Birmingham New Street, Burton-on-Trent, Derby, Chesterfield, Sheffield, Wakefield.
And there we go. So, we didn't do too bad. I thought it was going to do worse. What did we get for speeding 260? So we didn't lose a lot, but we lost enough. So that is the Voyager and the new overlay, which I'm going to play with and see if I can't fix it and show you what it's like with everything on there. But I thought that would do it itself, but it clearly isn't going to do it. So there's another train sim World 6. That's the Voyager. Very nice train. Not sure what we've got next to come. Let me have a look what we got on there. We've got the 150 GWR to do. There's a class 166 we can do on there. I think we did the 802. I can't remember. I'll have to check. Or we can do the high-speed GWG. And then there's the 158 EMT as well. Okay, right, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to say thanks for watching. Nice short one from me for a change. Until the next time, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Have fun and see you again soon. Bye-bye for now. Hello, if you like what you've seen, why don't you just hit the subscribe button and help me grow this channel. Thanks for watching and for your support.